Hello everybody, welcome to my channel. My name is Amanda and I am halfway through my first semester of nursing school. So I wanted to just come up on here and give an update on how my first semester is going in the middle of COVID. So this semester I am taking 5 courses. I'm in an entry-level Master's of Nursing program. So I do not have my undergraduate in nursing, it's in Human Development and Family Science. So I am working towards my pre-licensure so I can take the NCLEX once I graduate in December 2021. And I am taking Essentials of Holistic Health Assessment, which is what my clinical is attached to. I started clinical 2 weeks ago. We started with shadowing an RN, and then as a result of COVID, we actually could not do clinical last week. Our clinical instructor, or TA, was exposed to somebody who had COVID. Our whole group had to take the week off. And now I actually just got tested for COVID too. My nanny family unfortunately came in contact with it and I was watching the kids. So I gotta make sure that I don't have it. I only have a sore throat, so we will see how that impacts this week going forward. I'll find out my results in a couple days. But anyway, going forward, we are on an orthopedic floor in our first med-surg unit. So we'll be practicing the holistic health assessment and charting and med administration, and that's kind of the gist of what we're doing. We can't do a lot by ourselves. So most of what we're going to be doing is being overseen by either a TA, a clinical professor, or the nurse that we are following. So that's my first class, health assessment. I'm also taking advanced human physiology, and it is hard. I have to say it's not the most interesting class in my opinion. It's definitely worthwhile information and our professor tells us how it's applicable to clinical settings, and going forward we'll be taking pathophysiology our second semester, which seems to be not traditional. Generally, it seems like most nursing programs have pathophysiology the first semester of the program. I had to take pathology, just basic pathology, before I got into the program, so I took that over the summer. Now I'm taking advanced human physiology. It's only a 2-credit course, but it is definitely the hardest course, and yeah, I don't have a lot to say about it. It's hard to really want to do the work for that class, but we're getting through it. We're halfway done, and then I never have to do it again. Yay! So after that, I have Foundational Concepts of Nursing. So that it's pretty fun. It definitely was not meant to be an online course. The professors are having a hard time really getting the concepts to come across in a way that makes sense without being able to, have that in-person clarification. So we're getting through it. I just had a midterm last week. I got a 90%, so we are very happy there. And yeah, otherwise, I enjoy the class. It's kind of just general nursing concepts. Then I have my Introduction to Nursing Interventions. That is my lab course where we're actually learning the hands-on nursing skills other than health assessment. So we've gotten to do IVs, we've gotten to do glucose monitoring, subcutaneous injections, intramuscular injections. We're working on urinary catheters right now and IV piggyback. So that one is pretty interesting. We are in person every other week for that. Because of COVID, each of our class sections are split up in half, so we'll be online 1 week and then the next week we'll get to go in person, and we're only in person with 8 other people from our cohort of, it's about 68 I think total in my cohort. Then I have pharmacology, so it's pharmacotherapy for health professionals, so it's kind of a general pharmacology class, and that one is always fully online, so that one's like pretty straightforward. And overall, I have to say that this nursing program is easier than I thought it was going to be. I know that sounds so crazy, but I almost feel like doing it at the master's level is just easier. Like, they kind of just expect that you're gonna put in the time and effort and they don't have to stay on top of you. So I feel like there's less busy work. We've got kind of our paper requirements done for undergraduate, because that's more like an undergraduate requirement. So sorry, I got disrupted and I forgot where I left off. Things are definitely a little bit easier than I thought they were gonna be. It's picking up though now with midterms. I had a couple tests to prepare for and some bigger assignments right now, but overall, the amount of work that I have is pretty manageable. Every class is, a couple of hours, but usually it's not more than 5 hours of work for any given class each week. And like 5 hours is like a lot. Usually it's like, like 2-3 hours a week of work for each class, plus, like studying and reviewing and whatnot. And I am saving so much time just not having to go to campus for my courses. The only time I go to campus is when I have my lab, so every other week, and then clinicals are in person, so that's pretty time consuming, and clinicals are exhausting. So I've only had one, but they definitely take a lot out of me. And overall though, like everything is weekdays, Monday through Friday. I actually have everything Tuesday through Friday. So I've got a 3-day weekend where I get to, see my boyfriend, hang out with my family, catch up on school. And I feel like everything is really manageable. I went into the semester having a couple panic attacks here and there where I suddenly would like freak out because I just wasn't ready to give up the freedom and having a life. But I really don't feel like I've had to compromise anything. There are days where I definitely have to tell people like, hey, no, I can't, I have to focus on this, but how about tomorrow, or how about this weekend? So things have been really manageable, and it's just so reaffirming. Like, I love learning what I'm learning in these classes, other than physiology. Physiology, I could do without. But like interventions, learning how to do IVs was super fun. Learning the basic concepts and principles is really interesting. So I know that I'm in the right field. And my first day of clinical, when I got to shadow an RN, it was a lot of work, and I don't want to work on a hospital floor. I definitely am thinking more like pre-op, clinic, community health, something or another, where it's more one-on-one with a patient rather than managing 4-6 patients at a time. But it definitely felt real, and I felt capable. Just in 8 weeks, I felt like, hey, I could actually do a lot of these things that she is doing. I feel like I've learned enough and that I've had some good guidance, and it's pretty intuitive. So definitely, it pays off to find a career that you're actually genuinely interested in, because some days I don't want to do schoolwork and I have to just tell myself like, hey, we at least have to get this done because it's due tomorrow or whatever. But overall, I have a lot of days where I'm like, yeah, like let's just sit down for a couple hours and get this work done. And it's so rewarding. I can already see myself working as an RN. It's coming so soon. My program is only 16 months. I'm done with week 8 already, halfway through my first semester. So I've only got 14 months left of this program, and I feel like I just started, but I've learned so much already. And the things that I'm learning, it doesn't feel like I'm like having to study all the time. It's just like you see it, you hear it, you watch it once, and you've got a pretty good handle on it. So I'm just so happy. Like I definitely can't wait until I'm like through the actual program, past the NCLEX, and get to work as an RN and like have a salary. So that's how my first semester is going. It's great. And if you're just starting nursing school or you're thinking about it, just know it's so rewarding. And if you're genuinely interested in helping other people or learning about the human body, it's a good choice. It's the right choice. You can do it. You're capable. You are smart enough, and you got this. So thank you so much for watching. If you want to hear more about my experience in nursing school and hopefully post-nursing school in the field, click subscribe. Follow me and my journey. Like the video if there was anything in this that you enjoyed. Leave a comment. I try to get back to everyone who comments, and I hope that your nursing experience, wherever you're at in it, is just as fulfilling as it is for me. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.